Quilters, I'm Pam Hiller, AccuQuilt's cutting expert.
And I'm Erica Botker, AccuQuilt's creativity expert. And we're here to show off the Go Cube 16-inch companion set corners and how you can pair it up with the 8-inch companion set corners to make the Go ring around the Rosie baby quilt that's hanging behind us.
Okay, I'm going to walk back here, Erica, and let's talk about it.
Yes.
So this is the block made with the 8-inch cube and companion corners. So these super cute little bow ties. Who made this quilt? Katy Sweigart.
Katy Sweigart of Katy Quilts.
And then here is the bow tie made with the 16-inch cube. So this will finish to an 8-inch block, and this will finish to an 8-inch block.
Oh,
clever Katy.
All the creative possibilities that we've got. So let's get started by taking a look at the Go Cube companion set corners. This is, again, the 16-inch size.
Yes.
And we have already made videos showing off how to work with the Go Cube mix and match 16-inch finish block and the 16-inch companion set angle. So be sure to check those videos out as well. So here we go. And maybe the first thing you notice is that the box is the same size as the 10 and 12-inch companion sets. Now that's going to mean that these dies inside, they're going to work with your Go or your Go Big fabric cutters. All right, so let's take a look inside, Pam. Ta-da! And the first thing we're going to do is pull out the small mat so we don't break a nail.
All right, so this folder holds the pattern book and a cutting mat.
Right, so nothing's going to happen without that mat. Now we can pull out the dies. So let's start with this one. This is going to be shapes 9 and 10.
Okay, and they're just the same shapes in every cube. They're just different sizes.
Right.
So shape 9 is our chisel.
Yes.
And what's important to remember about the chisel, Erica?
Well, it's directional. So you have to read your pattern and pay attention so you know whether you're cutting your fabric right side up or right side down. Now that chisel is going to work with our shape 5, which is our small half square triangle from our mix and match cube of the same size. So if you watch that video, we're going to call that die and that shape our workhorse.
Yes.
This is what we mean. So now we've got our signature block.
And just like our chisel, you're going to use shape number 5 from the original mix and match cube to go on either side, the long sides.
Here and here.
Yep. To finish to an 8-inch finished square.
Right, and you're also going to see in each one of these that we've got, you can hold that, a little pattern card, and it's going to have all the directions and the shape numbers and the fabric requirements to make just one block. And why one, Pam?
Oh, only one because we don't know what you're making. Maybe you're making a mix and match quilt. Maybe you're making a table runner. We don't know. So just do a little quilting math in your head.
Sure.
And this is super cool because it's kind of like quilt by numbers. So to make this block, you just need shapes 3, 5, and 10.
Right. These are the pattern cards. And you're going to see that you can make little snowball units with this piece.
So if it's winter, make snowballs.
Make snowballs. You can also make the bow tie shapes, and they're both going to be used with these. It's just how you arrange them, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so let's look at the dies now.
Okay.
So here are the squares, and you can see we've cut off or snowballed that corner, and this half square triangle is going to fit right on there together. All right, Pam, what do we need to cut?
So we have followed the pattern and pre-cut our fabric. So this is the outside of our bow tie.
Okay.
So this is these pieces, right?
Yes.
And then we need the pattern fabric for those smaller little corner half square triangles. And then we need shape number 2 from the original cube, which we have here. And we're going to cut 4 of those
Fantastic.
pieces.
And here, take a look at this, quilters. Look how many half square triangles
2,
you
4,
have.
6, 8.
Think about that.
We've cut off the dog ears, so from here to here, perfect quarter
But
inch.
think about how many that is if we put our 6 layers of fabric on there, Pam.
64, 8 times 6, 48.
48.
I can do that math on a random.
It takes us a minute, but we can do it. Okay, I'm going to start cutting for you.
Yes. Remember, they can fit in our Go or Go Big fabric cutter. And everything needs a mat. So for the bigger ones, we need a 10 by 10 mat. For For this smaller one, we just need a 6x6 mat.
All right, now I'm gonna pull this off. See how they didn't have the static?
Yes.
You know, we've got our anti-static spray and it works like a charm.
Okay, so look at all these little half square triangles. I just need 2.
Okay, all right, I'll put this aside then.
So this is, I mean, we talk about the 16-inch cube and how great it is for your stash. And then you can use it also with scraps, which is what I did here for
Right.
our 8-inch. So we're just making the bow tie section. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sew here and look. We're just gonna put right sides together and we've cut off the dog ears. So from here to here, perfect 1/4-inch seams.
So slick.
And I'm just gonna do a little chain piecing.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give these to Erica. She's gonna press them out. The others are 13 and 14. So now I can just do this. Listen, this was such a fast, easy project.
I love this quilt. I think it is absolutely adorable.
You did. You were telling me how darling you thought it was. It was fun.
When you look at the 16-inch, if you're looking at it saying, well, what am I going to do with that? You know, if you have, say, a fairly good size collection of fabric at your house, this is a great way to put it to good use. Okay, so now Pam's, we've got our big one and we've
Yep.
got our little one
Yes.
to alternate.
Yes, and then we have a big one here and a little one here, and you would sew them together to make the 4 units.
Right.
Now this pattern calls for 13 of the single bow tie blocks and 12 of the multiple ring version.
And you saw how quick that was.
Yeah. And then once you have your blocks finished, lay them out according to the pattern and sew them together. And then what?
Well, once your top is finished, you want to go ahead and put it together with the batting and backing, quilt as desired, and add your binding. And don't forget a label.
Listen, and Erica taught me this really clever thing. You should cut your binding while you're cutting your fabric. So
Yes.
use that 2.5-inch strip die. All right, quilters, remember all sizes of cubes have the same shapes in them, just different sizes. So Erica, could I make this project any other way?
You certainly could. Well, you could make it in a different size. You might need to make more blocks if you wanted
Yes.
it to be the same finish size. So you could make it with the 6 and the 12-inch cubes. You could make it with the 5 and the 10-inch cubes.
You could even make it with Erica's favorite 4-inch cube and 8-inch cube. But remember, your blocks are going to be different sizes for your final project. All right, quilters, we hope you've enjoyed getting an up-close look at the Go Cube 16-inch companion set corners and how it works. If you've got any sizable stash of fabric, you would love to be able to use this, the cube, this is the size for you.
That's right. We're so excited about the creative possibilities that come with this great 16-inch size and how it can work with other cubes and dies. And we hope you are too, because here at AccuQuilt, we want to help you cut time.
So you can quilt more.